Hi Calc, let's try some trig with u substitution. So if it's anything but sine of x, cosine x, tangent of x, if it's anything but a basic x, it's a u substitution. So remember, it can be in it or it can be on it. So in this case, the u is going to be a 4x. The du dx is going to be a 4. You're going to split this, so du equals to 4 dx. Now if you notice, there's not an extra 4 floating around. Right, this one is for the u. This one's already taken. There's not like an extra one floating around. So you have to move the 4 to the other side. And then the barter then on the dx is going to have to be a 1/4 du. Alright, so now let me rewrite this. The 1/4, I can pull that in front. This becomes a u, right? This we bartered, so I pull the 1/4 in front, and now we're going to do integration. So the opposite, what would give you a sign would be a negative cosine, right? Because the derivative of cosine is negative sign, but we don't have a negative there, so we have to put it here, right? It's a little mind-boggling. And then also don't forget, oh, I could have maybe fit it here. Also don't forget that you are going to replace the value of u back in here. So don't forget at the very end for your answer that you plug back in the x value. All right, let's try another trig one while I'm at it here, because that one was pretty quick. Okay, so over here, this is the composite. This is the inner layer of the composite, so that's going to end up being my u value. And you can see that the derivative of this is sort of that. It's a little bit off, but it's pretty close. For us, we'll be off by a multiplier. In Calc 2, you can be off by a variable. You'll see, it's a more sophisticated technique, but you can be off by a variable as well. I'm going to divide off the 2 because there's no 2x. It's just a plain x. Right, so for us, we'll just be off by a multiplier, not a variable. But those of you going into Calc 2, you'll see it'll get more sophisticated than this. I'm going to just rewrite this. I don't want to lose anybody when I do this. This is just multiplication, so things can move around, right? Multiplication's commutative. So if I wanted to reorder this, like if I wanted to put the x, if I want to like swap the seats of these guys, I could do that. That's allowed. All right. The reason I'm doing that is because sometimes when I do this, it confuses the heck out of people. When I draw this kidney bean shape, and I say, okay, this is a 1/2 du. I see like a little bit of glazing happen in the class. But when I reorder them and I put them next to each other and I say, okay, this is 1/2 du, that seems to sit a little better with people, like when they can see them sitting together. So however your brain does it, you don't need to reorder them if you just recognize that these two together make that. All right, so let's now convert everything to a u. I'm pulling the 1/2 out front. All right, let's integrate this. And let's plug back in the value for u. U was x squared. Okay, I hope this is getting a little easier for you. I'll catch you again in another video and end this one here.